Okay, so one of the biggest commandments of dog training basically is that you can't just go for your goal, okay? You have to break it into small, achievable steps, okay? Anything is possible if broken into small, achievable tasks, okay? Now, think about this. I can't wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm going to be a pharmacist today and go to work as a pharmacist. Not exactly how it works, right? I have to be taught how. Okay? And that takes several years. Same thing is true for your dog. So, what I want you to do is imagine your dog training plan as a ladder, as in the thing that you lean against your house to get up on the roof. Now, up at the top of the ladder, up by your roof, is your end goal. And you're going to have one ladder for each cue. So, sit has one ladder. Leave it has one ladder, and leash walking has one, come has one, down has one, stay has one. Okay, so let's say that your end goal for stay is that Shadow can lay on her bed in a stay while your grandbabies play on the floor in front of her until you release her. Let's define that a little bit better. She can stay for up to 30 minutes at a time on the bed without being released, with distractions of the babies playing in front of her, which means unpredictable movement, unpredictable sound, lots of stuff, lots of distractions, and a pretty hefty duration. That is a good end goal. How the heck do we get there? That's the question. How do we get from where we are right now to our end goal? We break it into small, achievable tasks. Okay, so imagine your ladder. Right now, your ladder just has the one rung all the way at the top, that end goal, okay? What you need to do is figure out where you are right now. So you can do this with Rocky. You can do this with Shadow when she comes home. Test them using your 3Ds from the video from before, right? Distance, duration, distractions, and see where they're failing. That is your bottom rung. So let's say that Rocky fails at 3 minutes when you go farther than 10 feet away from him and any kind of distractions at all. So he can't stay outside. That's not happening because there's too many distractions. We're talking inside only. That means that your bottom rung is something more like 9 feet, because that's what is successful. Okay, is probably more like 2.5 minutes. Okay, and again, no distractions. So that is exactly where you should start. So we have the bottom of our ladder, we have the top of our ladder. We need to fill in the rungs in between. Okay, so our next step might be 2 minutes and 45 seconds from 9 feet away. And then we go 3 minutes from 9 feet away. We build that duration without changing distance or distractions. Okay, once we have a duration that we're pleased with, then we can work on the other. So let's say if 2 minutes is our gold spot, we work for 2 minutes from 10 feet away. Then we work for 2 minutes from 12 feet away. And this isn't each repetition I'm adding more. No. I'm doing several repetitions, lots and lots and lots of repetition at each rung. Okay? So, literally get out a pen and paper and think about what are the steps to get me from here to up there. The reason I want you to think of this as a ladder is because when you climb a ladder, you put your foot on the rung you're headed towards, right? And you kind of put your weight on it a little bit and lift back and make sure that it's actually going to hold your weight before you put all of your weight on it, right? You're going to make sure that that is a very steady, strong rung and that it's not going anywhere. And that is exactly how your dog training should be. So before you move on to the next rung, which you have in mind, you know what it is because you've given it thought, okay? Changing one of your D's at a time until you're getting farther up there, then you can start changing a few at a time. You have your D's in mind. You know what your next step is, but you should only be going there if your dog can handle the rung below at least 9 out of 10 times that you ask. Okay, so let's say that we are on or 3-minute duration. Okay. I am going to practice that several times until 90% of the time he can lay there for 3 minutes without being rewarded or released before I make things more difficult. Okay. The reason that a lot of people fail when training or feel like they have failed when training their dogs is because they push them too fast, too far, too fast. So only give your dogs things that are achievable. Okay? Help them to succeed. Make them successful. And that's going to build your bond. That's going to make them want to work for you. And they're actually going to learn what you're asking. Okay? We have to be very careful when this is a different video. So that's getting edited out. So that is your dog training ladder. Only move on when you have steady footing on the rung before. And you should be doing this with conscious thought as to what is my next step, what is the step after that, etc., until I can actually get to my goal. And your goal might be very, very far from here. For some things, it's very close. Some behaviors have taken me years to work on with my dogs. Okay, so just keep at it and keep your goals, your immediate goals, reasonable so that you can reach those long-term ones. All right, let me know if you have questions about that.